Hey fellow comrades, how you guys been doing? Before we start with today's video, I want to give a big shout out to Spitfire. Thank you so much for your generous donation, making a super chat. If you guys are enjoying my stuff and you can afford to do the same, then feel free to do it. But generally speaking, thank you so much, to Spitfire. I'm gonna name my Pokemon in the future after you, and hope you're here and I hope you're enjoying our matches. And let's go right into it, right? I go with a sub, Sapir, thinking he will stealth rock. He doesn't stealth rock, he actually breaks my sub. Cinderace is not something my Superior is a big fan of at full HP, so I switch out to my Alomomola. That Pokemon is always so tongue-twisted to talk about, honestly. Alomomola, I always say Alomola. But speaking of that, Will-O-Wisp is not something I was expecting, so Great Tusk coming in. Getting burned is not something I want to be conditioned into. Gliscor is a problem, as he does really nicely predict me to go for the Earthquake. Decide to go for the Spikes. Now I do have the spin, and I can go for the spin, but since he's got Protect and all this other shenanigans, I'm thinking I want to do as much damage as I can, as he does really, decide to go for the second Spikes, not Protect, to get some HP back. No. He just wants to go that, and then this time around go for Protect to get that HP back. Now, I am debating if he's going to switch out to his Ghost-type Pokemon, since it's so predictable, but it's very early, and I kind of don't want to risk the chances of me over predicting. So go for the for the spin, try to get rid of the Spikes, which could be kind of crucial looking at my team, and it didn't work into my favor. Now Slowking may be questionable, but I know I can take at least +2 Shadow Ball and then turn into a Poison type, which will negate the super effective damage from it, and I want to do at least some damage to where Superior may have a chance to take this Pokemon out with a +2 Leaf Storm. Now, that is exactly what happens. I switch out to my King Gambit, expecting the same move to be hitting me twice, and he does. And now I'm thinking I'm not going to overpredict, because the chance of overpredicting here can be crucial. This Pokemon can ran through my team if I decide to do this, and that's why I Sucker Punch, and he did decide to luckily stay in. Now, Alomomola may even be able to take this Pokemon on, even with a Spike support. There's no Stealth Rocks involved, at least not yet. I go for the Scald, get at least some damage in, but I aren't doing enough. I would assume this is a special defensive Gliscor, because Alomomola doesn't have the special tag, but we're still talking some super effective damage, and Scald isn't the weakest of the water type moves. So speaking of that, since he is poisoned, he cannot get burned, which is kind of crucial, and I want to get Rapid Spin off. Now this is I wanted this Pokemon to come in, so I'm able to actually get the spin off. Seeing his main Ghost type Pokemon is gone, this allows me to spin no matter what. And if he does switch into something else, I'm gonna get his speed, and he's got 2 dragons, which don't like the likes of Ice Spinner. So basically, I was thinking to myself, he may actually decide to stay in here, go for Earthquake, and he does decide to stay in. He can Protect on this turn, of course, since he revealed the Earthquake. But I'm thinking to myself, I just want to continuously do some damage so my Superior late game can actually try to sweep. We have to be honest here, like, Dragonite without leftovers, multi-scale being broken by Rapid Spin, he cannot just switch into it. Latias, if Latias gets a little bit damaged by the spin and then Ice Spinner and so forth, then Superior may have a chance with Dragon Pulse. So I decided to switch out to my Superior now to try to revenge kill this Pokemon after being taken out by the likes of Gliscor's Earthquake. Cinderace at full HP is something I don't want to face. I need to switch out to my Alomomola, plus there's no Spikes involved anymore, so I'm able to withstand his moves just a little bit better. Though I will admit that Will-O-Wisp negating my leftovers is not gonna make stuff look pretty at all, but it is what it is. So he decided to activate his Libero, and doing a massive amount of damage. I'm gonna be honest, I was super impressed. And now see Terra, he is not immune to the likes of Fire. Now it's been a while since I actually thought about this, but I was for a second thinking, is he actually immune still to the likes of Fire, because Fire still has Stab? So I'm thinking to myself, is he still immune? Right, that would be kind of broken. But I'm switching back and forth, regeneration, just trying to get as much recovery on my Slowking as possible while Alomomola is in here. Latios is a problem, but I do have Mirror Code, and I just want to scout, right? Trick, expect me to switch out to Slowking probably, or maybe something else, not Slowking, probably like King Gambit, I would imagine, like expecting like a Dragon move and so forth. That could easily be, but seeing that he actually tricked himself into giving me Scarf, I'm gonna switch out to my Superior, get that even additional speed, which can be quite problematic against him since, looking at it, I mean, I'm gonna be outspeeding everything, but in case like Dragonite gets a Dragon Dance, I'm still gonna be able to outspeed him and Dragon Pulse and so forth. So I switch out to King Gambit. I did not expect him to have this. He turns into Dragon to avoid my Sucker Punch being super effective, but I did not expect him to have Aura Sphere. Now, I should have seen it coming. I'm not familiar with Latios. I haven't faced this Latios Pokemon in this tier all that often, probably because I'm in the 13,000 basically right now, 1300s we say. So it didn't really work into our favor, but Glimmora is gonna need to be taken out. Something needs to be taken out, and looking at these teams, Glimmora is gonna be working against me if anything. So especially with Dragonite around. So Alomomola coming in. Alomomola, Mirror Coating, the Latios is essential here since I have a little bit of special defense investment into this Pokemon. I'm able to take anything, even at full HP I can take a Draco Meteor, as you guys can see. I do go for the Scald. I need to get a crit. Eventually I'm expecting it to happen. You're still risking. Scald is a no-brainer at some point. Eventually, it does have a high chance of burn, but 30% is still quite significant. If you use Scald 3 times in a row, the chance of that happening is not working into your favor. So you're definitely playing cards of luck against Pokemon such as this. So go for Protect. I switch out, get the Regenerate. I need to basically. Earthquake, even with a burn, with +2, kind of negating, making Dragonite pretty much at reasonable negate. It kind of bit at the same stats he kind of started. He goes for the Dragon Dance again. I go for the Wish, expecting that to happen. Luckily enough, he didn't play an offensive game because that could have been probably over. And he goes for the Dragon Dance again. I get all my Wish up, and I'm thinking to myself, well, even if he does, right, even at this point of action, even if he goes +6, there is a chance that he will not be able to take me out. And I'm noticing that Earthquake is his best option right now, which is not the best option because we're talking about an on-stab move and being burned. You can be the strongest Pokemon in the game, aka Dragonite is definitely in the top 50 no matter what. But it seems that it's been doing sort of like half, like a bit more. But if I'm trying to negate this with Protect, and I am not seeing any leftovers trying to negate his burn damage, it's not really going to be working into his favor, especially if I decide to go for the Scald and get some more additional damage, which is a no-brainer right now. I don't want to do that. Cinderace cannot come in because there's a chance of burn, plus he cannot just one-shot me. I'm just gonna need to continuously play this game, and it's not, how do you call it, it's not really a fun game to play, but Alomomola is made like this, so sometimes you just gotta play this game. Superior is last man, last Pokemon standing with Scarf, so I need to make sure that his Cinderace is damaged a little bit, and so Superior can come in and just one-shot them both. But I don't think it's gonna work into our favor here because Cinderace has a powerful Gunk Shot, and I think that Gunk Shot can potentially even two-shot us. Let's see. So Libero, it's doing a lot of damage. If he crits us, that's gonna be looking really bad. But I just want to do some damage to a point where either he gets burned. This was a misclick on my behalf with the Wish. I should have seen it coming. I definitely made a misclick there. He isn't missing any Gunk Shot, by the way, but I guess it's kind of fair considering, I'm playing this little bit of stall here to be able to weather down the offense that he's got, so my Superior can come in and one-shot them. Because Superior right now, he's got Leaf Storm, Dragon Pulse, and Hidden Power. I'm not too sure what it is, Hidden Power Ice, I think. In general direction, I don't have anything to one-shot this, so I need to weather this Pokemon down, at least be below half, to know that if his Great Tusk comes in and I get a +2, I'm able to one-shot this Pokemon no matter what. Plus I'm Scarf, so there is no risking involved, right? So go for the Wish. He switches out to Great Tusk, which is not bad at all, because I don't even know if a Leaf Storm at full HP, if he's invested in HP, can even one-shot this Pokemon. Like, I'm talking Superior, I don't even know if it can one-shot this, because I'm a timid nature and I don't have that much power, raw juice, right? So Body Press is his best option right now. Isn't doing that much damage, luckily enough. I am weathering him down. I just want to get at least one more Scald off and potentially even burn him. The reason I want to get at least one more Scald off and potentially burn him is because I know then for 100% sure that Leaf Storm will take him out, and then I can take out his Cinderace with +2. So I go for the Wish, of course, trying to protect, no question about it. Plus Protect, I think Wish is the one that's kind of like going down low on PP. So basically, Great Tusk is looking pretty good right now, to be honest. It's looking very good. I'm gonna go for the skull, trying to get the burn, plus trying to get the damage to where I know, okay, you know what? If this continues, the next skull will pretty much give an opening to where I can switch out to Superior. I may need to risk a crit of him taking me out in one shot, but if he doesn't take me out, it's fine. Because basically, that's where we're at right now. He's gonna go for the body press. I'm gonna try to go for that final skull. If this doesn't burn, then it's still fine, and we're gonna switch out to Superior, try to risk not getting crit, because a crit body press will probably take us out. But since he is burned, well, a crit body press will probably take us out anyways. But now we don't need to even risk anything crazy, 30% going on. To be honest, thinking about it, crit does go through everything. So generally speaking, Leaf Storm from the Scarf Superior, Scarf that he gave us from the Latios trick. And afterwards proceed to take down the Cinderates with the Leaf Storm as well. Luckily enough, taking him out, no question. So hope you guys have enjoyed this match. That was a long match. I decided to make this commentary a little bit different because I thought to myself it's a bit too much to, you know, I wanted to commentary this, but then it was like, wow, this is like, I actually want to do this post commentary. So hope you guys have enjoyed it. Thank you again to Spitfire for your generous donation, and I will see you guys in the next one.